Vinnie B presents,
and Lewis Kirk.
Today we're going to be doing a YouTube collaboration. Okay guys, so basically we're two friends. We grew up in the same area in Harrow, the good old days. We've since moved on. I live in North London now. Lewis, where are you now? Up in
Corby, Northamptonshire, up north in the rural
end. So he's out, but we've kept in contact through social media and stuff, and we're both on the similar paths now. We're both in the vlogging game, and we've met up today to do a little collaboration. So our first one we're going to be doing is what is it, Lou?
Oh yeah, we're going to just talk about ourselves a bit. 10 facts about us to get to know each other better, and so that you, the viewer, can get to know a bit more about us, a bit more under the skin. And yeah, me and Merv, Vinnie B, we both started vlogging a little while ago, and we've been helping each other along with ideas and motivation, and so we thought, why not get together and do a great collaboration like this. So
absolutely, yeah.
It's going to be a good day. It's already been full of brainstorming and a lot of ideas pinging around, and
yeah, man, a lot of positive vibes. So yeah, we're just basically backing each other, and that's what our channels are about, really. So
definitely.
We're going to start off. I'm going to ask Lewis 10 questions so his audience can get to know you better,
and then I'm going to do the same
with me, and 10 questions to get to know Vinnie B a bit better. So all right guys, stay tuned for it. We're going to start off 10 questions for Lewis Kirk. Right then, Lewis Kirk, you ready? Everyone wants to know a bit more about you, man.
Let's do it.
All right, question 1. So, what made you start vlogging?
Well, I've been reading books, loving books for a good 10 years or so, and the amount of benefit that the books have given me from all the books I read and all the ideas that I came across, I just felt that I could benefit other people by sharing it. And also many podcasts and other vloggers, they often say, if you've got something that you're passionate about and believe in, you should be doing something along the same lines. And so seeing yourself and other inspirational podcasters doing what they love, I felt that there was something in me that I could give. And so yeah, I'm just trying to share ideas that I've learned in my life reading, and hopefully they'll be able to benefit someone watching.
Nice. Next one. So, how old are you, and where do you currently live?
I'm 34 years old, and I live in Corby, Northamptonshire, on the border of Northamptonshire and Leicestershire. Very rural part of the world, nice and quiet. And moved up there a couple of years ago, and really love life up there.
So Lewis is out of the urban ends and into the rural ends, so that's a big change.
Yeah.
Wicked. Who is your favourite movie character and why? I love my film, so I'm interested to know.
Yeah, me too. There's a few, but obviously if I have to pick one, it's got to be Forrest Gump.
Yeah,
and
good film.
It's a great film, but the character, he's just, for me, he's so pure, so simple in his outlook.
Yeah,
you know, he's portrayed as quite a simpleton, but because he lives his life in a pure way, and he just does what he loves and doesn't try and manipulate anyone and doesn't try to be who he's not. I just really love that, and I try and bring more of that into my life. Try not to be what the world wants me to be, but instead find who I am and incorporate that into my days. And I just love the film. It's a really beautiful film, and like I say, Forrest Gump. I wouldn't mind having a good mate like Forrest Gump in my life.
Absolutely. And Tom Hanks as well. Great actor as well to play the character.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's a good one. Next question. So, Lewis, what is your current full-time occupation? What brings the money in?
Yeah, this is important, isn't it? We all got to pay the bills.
Exactly, yeah.
I've worked as a postman for the Royal Mail ever since I left school, pretty much, and delivering the letters and parcels, driving around in the van. It's quite a physical job, takes it out of the legs, but once you get used to it, there's not much stress and strain or pressure. Once you clock off and you finished your duty, there's very little stress that I take home with me, and also I can have the audio books and the podcast going, so taking in the knowledge and information while I'm strolling around. So yeah, I really enjoy it, especially in the summer months.
Yeah,
in the winter.
I feel for these postmen in the winter months.
That's right. It can be quite tough and challenging in the winter months, cold and wet, but in the summer, doesn't feel like working at all, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, ratings, man. Without the postman, we don't get our mail.
No, that's it. Service.
Right, this is a big question for Lewis because, as he said earlier, this guy, just so you know, this guy's had the biggest character arc out of anyone I've known. When we were young men, he liked to drink, he liked to have a beer or two.
Still do at times.
Of course. But he kind of switched that and got into books. And I think this guy is probably, out of anyone I know, has probably read the most books. You go to his house, it's like a library. And today he wanted the bookcase in the background as a specific, as well as my Blu-rays, he wanted it in the background. So this question, what is your favourite book, if you can pick one?
Like I say, it's just like the characters in the films. I'd love to do another hour of vlogging just talking about my books, yeah. But it's about my favourite one. So I'm going to have to go with one that really changed my life. I was reading books for probably a couple of years and getting a lot of ideas, but my favourite book, it has to be In Search of the Miraculous by an author, a Russian man, P.D. Ouspensky, and it's about his time spent with George Gurdjieff, who was a mystic. And the book just opened my eyes about human nature, human psychology, and it really just changed the way that I view the world. Until I read that book, I saw the world in one way, but after I read that book, I couldn't see the world in the same way because of what it did, the ideas that it brought, and the observations that it caused me to see in myself and others. Yeah, just completely changed the game, and so that's one of my go-tos. Great book.
Not read it myself, but I'll have to add it to the list. Definitely. Or maybe I can borrow it off Lewis.
You surely could. I've got it on PDF for you if you want it on the hard drive.
Big time, man. Always want to learn new things. So yeah, cheers for that. Okay, so what motivates you?
What motivates me? I would say similar to the question about the book. Really, these motivational characters. For me, it's not so much popular culture as it is ancient wisdom that really gets me going, gets the juices flowing. And so I got interested from Gurdjieff into specific religions and world religions, and I suppose the names, the Buddha, Jesus, there's many really big names in world history, and I really look to these great men who have touched the face of the earth, and just to try and be better, to try and be the best person I can be, and to just remove suffering, to be a light where I go, to try and leave people in a better state than when I met them. And if I can do that day after day, then that motivates me a great deal.
So just sharing the knowledge that you've acquired, essentially.
Yeah, the knowledge and the love that these beings encapsulate, just to shine a light and
absolutely
bring people up.
So these people have made an impact on you, and now you feel you can through your vlogging you can
exactly Merv,
make an impact on others.
And their message has touched me, and I feel that it's such a power. It's got so much power in it that it can touch everyone. So in a way, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, wicked, Lou. Okay, next question for Lewis Kirk. What is the best bit of advice you've ever been given?
Yeah, this one is not something that I have to think about very hard, because when Merv posed the question, it just jumped into my mind, and it's to do with spirituality in a way, but also astrology specifically, and it is that you can't change the things that happen to you, but you can change the way you react to them. And so let's take an example. You can't change the fact that you might get into a car accident.
Yeah.
But what you can control is how you react to the car accident. And so it was a great bit of advice when I received it, and I've incorporated it into my life over and over again, and seen how powerful that advice is. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I think growing up through the years, that's quite big, and it's quite. I'm in a relationship now, and there's a lot of things that happen, and I think how you react to them is a reflection of I don't know how you're going to be looked at as a person, how you react to certain things, especially adversity.
Yes.
How you deal with sometimes negative things. You know, I often think 10 years ago I would have done this and that. But, you know, as life goes on, you react and deal with things better. And 9 times out of 10, they're not always as bad as what you think they are that time.
That's right, Merv. Especially, like you say, relationships and normally negative things, there can often be a lot of emotion involved.
Yeah.
And so if that emotion wells up and then you act on that spontaneously without taking a step back, you can often say and do hurtful things that when you reflect, you think, I shouldn't have done that. So.
And it's interesting you mentioned the car accident, because I had one about a month ago.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't, but you know, initially you think, my car's damaged.
Yeah, exactly.
The hassle of insurance,
the emotion and
this,
the
that, and the other. The guy weren't looking, but you know, in that time, you know, I took a breath, and you know, I just made sure that the guy was all right. He's in the car with his wife. Although it was his fault, just made sure everyone was all right.
Yeah.
We dealt with the situation calmly.
Exactly.
Exchanged details. It's just one of those things, and you know, in the end, you know, things just worked out all right. You get your payout, you get your insurance, and whereas at the time I could have gone bonkers.
Exactly.
You did it. So I think that's very good. It's just
powerful advice.
How you react to things, especially adversity, when things ain't going your way. So that's a good one. Very good one. Right, Lewis Kirk. Who are your heroes?
Who are my heroes?
Past and present. Or,
I suppose this goes back to, I touched on it about what motivates me. And so to follow on from that, again, the great beings and the great people in the world's religions. But more than that, my heroes are people in today's culture who encapsulate these ideas. And there's many living spiritual teachers, I suppose. One of the most popular, the Dalai Lama. You know, he's alive today, and he represents what Buddhism is. And there's also several other people, whether it's on YouTube or online, that you can find, who really encapsulate these ideas and messages. And I've got a few people that I consider teachers, and I consider them my heroes, because they are living examples of what I can do and what I can be in my life. So my heroes are the people alive today that really adopt
big impact out there.
Definitely.
What is your favourite quote? Is there a standout quote?
There is actually. This one jumps to my mind as well, because it really touches on everything that I've spoken about, and almost goes back to the best bit of advice. And my favourite quote is when the Buddha says, "Our life is shaped by our mind," and what he's saying ultimately is that how you think, it's normally what you project out into the world.
Right.
So if you're a negative person, then the whole world can seem negative. Whereas if you're a positive person, you'll look for the good in everything, and the world can appear very positive. To another, it might not. So, how powerful the mind is in shaping our world, and again, very simply, that our life is shaped by our mind. So the quality and content of our mind will have a big impact in how we view the world.
Absolutely, yeah. The power of the mind is, it all starts there, doesn't it?
And finishes.
Finishes, yeah. You think about what you bring about, essentially. It's kind of, the law of attraction stuff, which I've been looking into a lot lately.
And also, in your gym days, I'm sure you felt certain days where you went to the gym and you felt it. There was something in your mind. You felt you could do it.
Yeah.
Compared to a day where you went and you was a bit low and you felt you couldn't do it.
Of course, yeah.
And ultimately that affects the whole gym session, doesn't it?
Big time, yeah. So, yeah, it's that frame of mind. And, if that mind's strong, everything comes along with it. I do believe. Okay, final question for the man. What would you like to accomplish this year with regards to not just your vlog, but just general life goals and for 2018, for the remainder of the year?
Yeah, well, it's got a big part to do with what we're doing here today, Merv. To be honest, with this collaboration, I'm really enjoying the process of vlogging. It's caused a lot of growth, a lot of learning, and if I can just continue that going forward, I'm going to be happy. If I can just keep this momentum up, learning, practicing and uploading and sharing the content, then that will make me happy. I'll be very satisfied. But also just with my family and my day-to-day conduct, there's still times where I get a bit short with the kids or whatever, where I have a moment that I'm not so proud of. I want to try and eradicate those or have them happen a lot less often. And so with these two things, becoming a better person and becoming a better vlogger, if I can keep up the work that I'm currently putting in, then if I can accomplish that and just keep turning up every day, then
And I'm sure you will. I mean, this guy has been working round the clock with his family life and with his vlogging. I see how seriously he's been taking it. He's been giving me some good tips this morning. So, that was really good, man. Getting to know Lewis Kirk. Hope everyone's enjoyed it, as I have today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good fun, mate.
Nice, man. Lewis Kirk.
Vinnie B, thanks for having me.
Well, you're welcome. Hope you all enjoyed it. Lou, sign off, man. Tell the fans what's coming up next.
I'm just going to keep getting better at what I'm doing, putting out ideas. I think I'm going to take things down more the mental health and well-being, because I feel that there's that'll be very beneficial to everyone. So like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to getting to know you better going forward.
Wicked, yep, of course. Make sure you like and subscribe to Lewis's channel and to mine. Vinnie B Presents.